If you want the truth, I'll just give it to you. If you want to know why people are quote-unquote attacking your team, Coach Prime, they're attacking Colorado, it's because they act like cocky a-holes. That's why. Nobody likes the new kid on the block that already thinks he runs the block. For me personally, has anything Colorado's done up until this point rubbed me the wrong way? Absolutely not. It's a part of the game. I don't mind a cocky athlete, and I also don't mind a humble one. I like both of them because they both bring value to the game. The diddler may have been arrested, but we can't escape Matt B. Diddy. Under that, seriously man, I saw a private video where P. Diddy himself named Matt in a kill switch type vid. What's weird though is he called him Matt B. Bottom, but it's obviously our guy Matt. You know, as a person who talks about college football, and I would say we have one of the best college football communities out there, one would assume that if I were to check on the comment section every now and then, it'd have something to do with, oh, I don't know, football, sports at the bare minimum. But no, that is not what our comment section is. It is full of remarks like this. I mean, Matt B. Diddy, come on, man. And then we got comments like this, stirring up conspiracy theories. What is going on? Then you got people laughing at it, encouraging it, like, man, y'all making it worse. And this comment from Taylor, what do you mean Matt B. Diddy back at it again? So when I post a vid, I'm just back at it? And this was earlier today on the video we just got done talking about Tennessee and Oklahoma. Matt B. Diddy was hiding in my closet last night, rubbing shaving cream on his head and chest, making a mess everywhere, in all caps. He didn't even clean it up. Matt just sent me an invitation for a freak off in South Knoxville. You know, that's enough of the comments for tonight. Let's get into what we really need to talk about and divulge into. And that is no other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime Time. He's back in the news. Shocker, right? And this time it's because his Colorado football team, but more importantly, his players are being attacked, or at least that's according to him. I'm not going to show you this entire interview. I'm just going to read it off for you. This is the part that's trending everywhere, and it's got everybody talking. Deion stated, quote unquote, "Once upon a time, you guys never attacked college players. Now they're making more money than y'all, and some of y'all are envious and jealous about that, so you're on the attack." Obviously, you don't got to be a rocket scientist, but two and two together here, he's referring to people, part of the media, just criticizing these players. Here's my immediate reaction to that. There's a lot of different elements to this quote and his argument. And this is a very delicate situation. Some people, they agree with Deion, some don't. It is what it is. But I will say this, there is still this narrative going on where if you don't agree with what Coach Prime says, you hate him and you hate Colorado football and you're a hater. Yet again, to all those people that think that just because you don't agree with what Deion says, it doesn't mean you hate the guy. I'm going to remind people, you don't have to like the Colorado football team to like Deion Sanders as a person. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, as far as it goes for his quote, and when I watched the interview myself, the first thing I thought of was people have always criticized college football players. I'm not too sure what bubble Deion's living in, but I've been keeping up with college football my entire life, and players have always, can't emphasize this enough, they have always been criticized. Just because your team, Colorado, is getting criticized, and by the way, I don't even know exactly what he's referring to, but the Colorado football team and players have been scrutinized since the day he got there, so I guess he's just talking for it entirely as a whole since he's been at campus. But getting back on track to what I was saying, people have always been harsh on college football players before they were getting money. This isn't a situation where people are envious and jealous of these college athletes getting thousands or some players millions of dollars. I'll give you a great example. Do y'all remember the kick six? It's when Auburn beat Alabama in that crazy Iron Bowl back in 2013. That Alabama kicker, this is before NIL, by the way, and I'm from the state of Alabama, so I'm very familiar with this situation. He was getting and I don't mean just like one or two. I'm talking about it was bad. There was a genuine fear that an Alabama fan, a crazy one at that, was going to do something to this young man. And I even think at one point in time they had to have police with him on campus for like 2 or 3 weeks just to watch over him. Point is where I'm going with that. That was over 10 plus years ago. And there's been more examples I can list off, but more of the story is college football players have always been attacked. In the media, though, I will say this, there's sort of this unwritten rule that you don't criticize. And I'm talking about big guys in the media you see on TV. You don't criticize the kids, you always criticize the coach. A lot of people feel like that's just one of the golden rules if you talk about college football. You never put the blame on a kid, you always put the blame on the coach. I do understand where they're coming from. Now, if you've been watching our channel for a while or even just this year, you would know I don't hesitate. I criticize the players. If you play like crap, I'm going to say, yeah, you play like crap. If you played really good, I'm going to say you play really good. And I think maybe a reason I don't have a problem criticizing these players is because I'm the same age as them, so I don't view it as punching down. And some of these guys are older than me. Maybe when I get in my upper 30s and 40s, I'll move on from criticizing players, but I guess I'll have to wait and see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Going back to this original comment, I like Deion, y'all know this, but I strongly disagree with what he has said here. This couldn't be any farther from the truth. As long as I've been living, if a quarterback throws a game, loses an interception, or somebody has a costly fumble, the first thing fans do and have done for the past, ever since football's become a game, is criticize the players. It's just delusional thinking for Coach Prime to think, since the players are now getting paid, people are jealous and envious, and that's why they're criticizing them. And I'm going to enlighten y'all on something. I'd say 99% of people walking this planet do not care about other people. There's this thing called the spotlight effect. The spotlight effect, for example, is when you walk in a grocery store and you think everybody's paying attention to you and you think you're the main character, when in reality, nobody's paying attention to you. They're worried about their own life. Same thing here. People do not care if, let's just say, Alabama's quarterback has a Lamborghini or a beat-up 2002 Toyota Corolla. If Jalen Milroe goes out there and throws 3 interceptions, that is the last thing that comes into Alabama fans' mind is, oh, this guy makes millions of dollars. No, that doesn't even cross their mind. What crosses their mind is, hey, this guy just threw 3 interceptions and he cost us the game. I hate him. Coach Prime, nobody is jealous or envious because your players are getting paid thousands of dollars. That is one of the stupidest things I've seen him say up until this point. Nobody's attacking anybody. It's nonsense, and nobody cares about how much money these players are making. If you want the truth, I'll just give it to you. If you want to know why people are quote-unquote attacking your team, Coach Prime, they're attacking Colorado, it's because they act like cocky a-holes. That's why. Nobody likes the new kid on the block that already thinks he runs the block. This is not a financial or money situation. It's all about if your team acts like a cocky a-hole, people aren't going to like them because, they don't like cocky a-holes. For me personally, has anything Colorado's done up until this point rubbed me the wrong way? Absolutely not. I was an athlete at one point in time. I was competitive. I talked trash. I had moxie. I had swagger. I've been there, done that. It's a part of the game. I don't mind a cocky athlete, and I also don't mind a humble one. I like both of them because they both bring value to the game. I'm just telling y'all why other people have been quote-unquote attacking Colorado, and they have a problem with them. So that's what's going on here. Now, moving past that, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, for the sake of this video, people are criticizing Colorado because they're jealous of them making money, which I've already ranted on. It's not happening. Well, if these people out here are attacking, quote-unquote, Colorado because they're making more money than them, should that be a problem? Because they're now sort of like a mini professional athlete. And this is a good comment that explains how these people are viewing the situation. Probably said it better than I could. Yeah, it's not about jealousy. Folks were much less inclined to criticize student athletes who weren't presented as grown men working a job. But once they're professional athletes getting paid to do their jobs, they're fair game for criticism, and I agree. But it goes back to my original point. People were criticizing these college football athletes before they were getting a dime. This is another good point. I'm just scrolling through the comments here. There's a difference, though. Act humble in victory and defeat. Being passionate is fine, but being arrogant isn't. There are lessons here. Good example, Shadur and Gabriel, referring to Deion Gabriel, both millions in NIL. One people like, one people want to see fail. So it comes down to character, and I agree. I love Deion Sanders, but we know this comment's right. He's a little arrogant. Deion Gabriel, not so much. So therefore, people really don't care to see Deion Gabriel fall flat on his face because he doesn't rub people the wrong way. And of course, people are going to try to make this a white and black thing since I brought up Deion Gabriel or this comment did. But you can say the same thing for Nico Iamaleava or Jalen Milroe. People aren't rooting on Nico at Tennessee to fail because he doesn't act arrogant. This isn't a black and white thing. So before one of you nerds and idiots run to the comment section and try to bring that up, don't even do it. Coach Prime missed the mark with this one. I still like him. I'm wishing the best of luck, but this is just not a very good take. This is one of those things I'm going to try to act like I didn't see because he is so terribly wrong. I'm going to leave you with this. Imagine thinking people are jealous of Colorado football. They're an AAU basketball team. Nothing more, nothing less. Many more things I could say. I'll end it up there. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. But